GM fam, it's Daito here, and today we're preparing our sorcerers for the Abattoir of Zir using the Spear of Lycander. Now, if you enjoy this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow along with me on this journey through Sanctuary. Alright, let's get into it. Now, I know the Spear of Lycander is an uber unique, and not everyone is going to be able to get their hands on one. In addition, my sorcerer was also lucky enough to get a Shako. But the highest tiers of the Abattoir are supposed to be extremely difficult. The Diablo devs even said in a campfire chat that they don't expect anyone to be able to clear the final tiers. But that's not gonna stop us from trying. And if you don't have these uber uniques, don't be discouraged. There will still be plenty of inspiration in this video for your gear set and your play style, and you can use this as an example of something to work towards. So, let's walk through the critical features of this beefed up build. Now, as soon as we got Harlequin's crest for our helm, we lost some total armor, and we knew we were going to have to make up for it somewhere. Now, Tobolt's Will is such a strong piece of gear because it gives us a multiplicative damage boost in addition to a huge amount of resource generation, so we knew the pants couldn't go. That meant we had to replace the Raiment of the Infinite with a standard chest. And so we lost that sweet ability to stun our enemies. And with crowd control playing a critical role when pushing difficult content, that was a huge loss. Fortunately, the Spear of Lycander has a damn near 50% chance to lucky hit to stun our enemies. But more importantly, it gives us a random shrine effect for 20 seconds after killing an elite. Now, we've already seen that the Abattoir of Zir has shrines, which means at the highest tiers, it's quite possible that we won't have the slightest chance of defeating the final boss without a shrine effect. So, dragging an elite monster towards the entrance of the final boss with the Spear of Lycander could very well be the most effective strategy to consistently clear tier 25s. So, we're banking on shrines being essential to our success, which is why our build features this spear. Now, let's talk about what we did to beef up our survival. If you've seen some of our previous videos, you know we love the Fists of Fate. When you average out the damage on a maximum 300% roll, you can expect to deal about 150% of your normal damage all the time. In other words, the Fists of Fate act like a 50% multiplicative damage boost on top of all the crowd control effects to keep us alive. Next, we're using Flicker Step because it has damage reduction from close enemies and give us a high uptime on unstable currents. We need unstable currents up all day, every day, because we're using 3 points on our skill tree to grab destructive charged bolts. So now, when unstable currents are spewing bolts everywhere, the mobs are doing 25% less damage. Other than that, we're still using Frozen Orb as our second enhancement in order to proc our cold damage for Talrashes, and the chilling effect that Frozen Orb provides is giving us a 9% multiplicative damage boost from Hoarfrost. So be sure to save your Frost Novas for elite packs, which will double the effectiveness of Hoarfrost on frozen enemies. So, to recap, in terms of crowd control, we got stun from the Spear of Lycander. We've got Daze and Immobilize from the Fists of Fate. And we've got Chill and Freeze from Frozen Orb and Frost Nova. So we are frickin' riding. Last but not least, our Vampiric powers. We dropped Infection in favor of Sanguine Brace. Remember, we only get one life inside the Abattoir. So the added Fortify is going to save us from getting one shot. And as an added benefit, since we lost crit chance on our gloves, the crit bonus from Sanguine is a nice replacement. Finally, we're still running with Domination. Honestly, I don't know how any Abattoir build could go without it. We know the monsters in tier 25 are going to have a ton of life, and Domination is going to instantly kill the non-elites as soon as they become injured at 35% health. Well, fam, I think that covers all the highlights of this build. Of course, there's a link in the description if you want to check that out. It includes an update that we made to the Paragon board. And I mean, is there a chance that we'll need even more armor and have to drop our beloved Tobolt's Will or Shako? Maybe. Is crowd control going to be even more important and we'll have to drop Flicker Step in order to run Shared Misery? Perhaps. We'll find out on December 5th. But let us know in the comments what you're doing to prepare your Sorc for the Abattoir. And please, subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate each and every one of you. So until next time, happy hunting, fam.